So the creative intensive, this is your first one, is it?
It's my very first one. I absolutely love it. Like, I can't believe that we've only been 4 days at this stage. It feels like this has been in existence the whole time, that this is what we've been doing. If you could live every day like this, it would be a dream. It's absolutely amazing.
This is the second year I've done the creative intensive. I did it last year as well.
Yeah, very excited to be here. Yeah, long time waiting to come, so that's good.
Pretty good, actually. Maybe better than I'd hoped for.
Well, this is only day 3, but already like it's been a roller coaster, but like really good.
This year has definitely been much more emotional.
So you feel a bit like you've jumped in the deep end?
Yeah, definitely. And like I'm like really trying to push myself, you know.
Yeah, it's been great actually. Working with Chantal especially has been, I've been very busy before I came here, so although I knew I wanted to be here and I had a lot of information from other people, I didn't really have any like previous expectation or really know what the process was going to be. So yeah, it's been really great the way Chantal encourages us to access our own personality, our own experiences, our own life journeys, to really reflect on what it is we make and how we make it, and you know, how we interact with the audience.
And it's nice to have the freedom to not have to worry about whether or not something is going to work out or not, and just have that more free exploration. And I find it really difficult to find the time or have the right environment to do that. And so to have something here where you're really encouraged to play around and not everything needs to lead anywhere in the first week.
Yeah, we've come with an act that, our first trapeze act actually, and we are reworking it and sort of adding to it, experimenting with new things. And it feels really nice to be able to come in with kind of something that we're calling a skeleton, and then just having the time to just play with it.
I really came as an open book, because I tend to create and choreograph on my own. So I really wanted to make the most of this opportunity and be able to be not only surrounded by mentors, but also by a group of people that are in the same creative process.
It's kind of like a roller coaster. Sometimes you're like, yeah, this is amazing, I love it, you know, it's going to be awesome. And then sometimes you're like, I'm not sure. And then you're like, this is terrible, it's the worst piece of crap ever, and then it goes back to awesome again. I'm a bit lost at the moment.
Oh, good.
I'm trying.
It's a good place to be lost.
I know that I want to do something. I don't want to do something really pretty, you know, like I don't want to do something like, because my skills aren't like high enough to do something really like intense and like amazing. So I don't want to make it like pretty and like, oh look, I want to do something kind of different, like maybe like hide in them or like crawl around and stuff, you know. See how that goes, but I'm kind of working on it.
Yeah, for me, really the special thing about here is that it's so intimate, and it's the fact of being able to share it with other amazing artists, and then with the mentors that are guiding, and but also in a very equal way, in the sense that it's not, there isn't this hierarchy of like, I am the teacher, you shall do this. It's everybody's on the same page.
It's really given us tools to play around what we usually do, our usual patterns, and to break out into new patterns. And it's kind of, I always come to this session, it's later in the day, so the energy levels might not be as high physically, but mentally I'm always just like on fire with ideas and things that I just want to try, that's come to me throughout the day during other creative exercises or dance class or some of the technical classes.
Yeah, the creative lab is intense, but it's brilliant. It really breaks down all of those walls you've built, which, I mean, it doesn't always feel like a good thing, but it is a good thing in the end, and you realize that.
Well, and it kind of helps you see the bigger picture as well, because it's easy to just get pinpoint focus into the skills you're going to do and your technique, and you know, which is very dry if you stay in that a bit. to get kind of a bigger picture and a bit bigger perspective of the in-betweens.
Yeah.
That's really what sticks out to me, is the in-between moments are really what actually touches the audience.
It's not always easy, is it?
No. It's not working.
It's not working.
No.
Yeah, it's so nice to be here, supported, and cry.
Yeah.
I think here it's just so much nicer and more supportive because of the mentors that we have, and they're people who've already gone through it 50 million times, so they know the process, they know how it feels, they know what you need at what time, and sometimes it's just a hug, but then other times it's a kick up the ass. So
yeah, so it's great to know that there's so many people with the same fears and apprehensions and worries, and you know, accomplished people, and they still have like these deep insecurities or like, you know, I don't know, fears.
It's better today.
Going through an intensive bit.
Yeah, it was just like, I was a bit lost about like what my intention was, and then I think it's okay to not have an intention sometimes.
And I think as well, like what I was trying not to do, I suppose it's a natural tendency I might have, is that like you kind of want to go in, take some movement, play with it a bit, and then put it on something else. Whereas I really wanted to like analyze, okay, like what about that movement did I enjoy? Like what is that real element of that that's super exciting to me? And then kind of tease that out. And I think that's where it's great having a mentor to kind of help you like unpack that, or even the creative labs we do at Chantal, where it's kind of like really like opening all that up, unpacking it all and going, okay, so that's actually what I want to show. I don't need to do a particular hand movement to represent that. I can take that essence and try and incorporate or embody in a different way.
I guess I was a very different person, or I seemed very different, because I never would have let myself feel things to the point where it would get to me. I never would I would acknowledge that something was annoying me, or something was hurting me, or something wasn't right, and then I would just shut it away.
Every second of every day that I'm here, I learn something new. Whether or not that's useful for the show or useful for shows in the future, it's not bothering me, because it's useful to me.
I don't know, I'm just a much more emotional and honest person from the work that this company does.
It was one of the main reasons I came back, actually, was to kind of feel like a performer or an artist again. That when I left here 2 years ago, it was great, or you kind of had a feeling that you kind of belonged in this world, in a sense. You're like, oh yeah, I could have a go here. Yeah.
in terms of kind of professional development, if I wanted to go in and make a piece for whatever, it would be a lot easier.
Yeah.
After doing this.
Everyone can benefit from this, even if they think that it's not for them. There's always something you can learn, and it's probably going to be an awful lot more than you bargained for, which is great.
did it, guys!